Well, hello folks, and welcome back to Arcanum. Last time we met Magnus, and then we went and killed a bunch of rats. Didn't find out any information on the ring, unfortunately, because I'm not very good at persuading people. I see you back there, rats. I wonder. Well, get over here, Virgil, if you're not going to let me do this on my own. Excuse me, sir. We're currently trying to break into this place. And it's probably not going to work. Yeah, it's jammed. Whatever. I'm hesitant to put any points into lockpicking. What is wrong with you? Are you just going to be broken or something?
It is done.
No, you were trying to attack that rat in there because you're wall hacking. I see. A human thief. Hey! What do you think you be doing then? I'd thank you to leave my house. Sorry, sir. I was just looking for some work. He looks us over. Well, I don't happen to have any work. There's some reason you'd be in here asking me about employment in particular? No, I just walk into every house that's unlocked and kindly ask people if I can earn a day's wage. Well then, I don't know, why you'd come here asking me about work. Okay. Human thief, huh? I'm glad that I know exactly what he is without even asking him anything. Like seeing the dead human bandit on the ground. Oh, surely this ghost has to be telling the truth. Despite the fact he's a bandit, what are you, a guard? Yeah. We've got 12 East End Avenue. A dwarf city dweller. Be quick about it now. I have to be on. Do you mind telling me your name, dwarf? Well, my name is Joseph. I'm the stonecutter here in Toronto. I make headstones and such. I see. Okay. I will leave you to your business. You can go back to cutting stones. 32 Mulligan Bone Alley or something? Locked. I saw something moving on the other side there. 57 Mulligan Bone Alley. Half Ogre City Dweller. I believe you have the wrong house, sir. Perhaps you'd better leave. Sorry, my bad. And what is this? 42 Mulligan Bone Alley. Be quick about it now. I have to be on, pacing back and forth in front of this door. Would you answer some questions for me? I seek apprentice training. How about in melee? Okay. I didn't think we could. Where can I find an expert trainer? Try looking in Blackroot or on the Isle of Despair. Isle of Despair sounds like a wonderful place. A locked door. 18 Tin Hands Alley. What is this place? It's massive. Well, this is the Bates Engine Factory. What may I do for you? Nothing, I guess. And it's locked. But apparently people pacing around back and forth in there, opening and closing doors. I kind of want to try to break in there just to see what's there. There's a guard. Pretty sure guards are not a happy camper if they see you trying to pick locks and break into places. That place looks fancy. Gotta explore every corner of the town. Can't leave one stone unturned. 24 University Court. Hello, sir. Hello, it's nice to meet you. Do you mind if I ask who you are? I am Benjamin Gershwin, Doctor of Phrenology. How can I be of service? Nice to meet you. Did you say phrenology? Phrenology is the science of the head. You see, every man and woman's head is characterized by different bumps and ridges. Through studying these, I attempt to extrapolate the personality of the individual involved. It's dreadfully interesting and phenomenally accurate. Would you read my head? Surely. Here, if you'll just lower your head and turn to the right. Oh, quite interesting. I would surmise unquestionably that you are indeed a dwarf. Your powers amaze me, Benjamin. Yes, I know. But remember, it's not me. It's science! And phrenology is the science of the future. Okay, well, what are you currently working on? It's interesting that you ask. I'm looking to acquire the skulls of Jin and Zin, the famous Renar Siamese twins, for my studies, you see. They were elvish debutantes who were joined at the hip their whole lives. Scandalous characters as well. Stories of their exploits still float around the elite Tarantian social circles. Okay, and where can I get these skulls from? Well, that's going to be a bit of a problem. Perhaps you could help me with it. They're interned in a mausoleum in the Tarant cemetery. I'll pay you 100 gold pieces for your troubles. Certainly, I've got no problem robbing graves. Thank you so much. The information in these skulls might very well unlock the final phrenological secrets. Help us to gain insight into the workings of the human mind. I'm totally sure they will. Elven City Dweller. Get on with it, dwarf. Sir, we've only just met now. Where are your manners? Oh, I'm so very sorry. But you're having a most unpleasant effect on my general disposition, sir. Please, I'd rather you just left me alone. Well, I could be mean. I could be nice. Are you sure there's no menial task I can run for you to get past this transgression? Well, I suppose I might be able to look past your glaring faults for now, sir. What exactly do you need? Well, who are you, for starters? I am Professor Aldous Buxington, and I am the head of the religion department here at Tarant University. And you are? Well, my name is Krugmeyer. Krugmar, do you mind if I ask you a few questions? What do you do here? Me? Oh, I've been here at Tarant University for many years. Mostly I teach classes, but I still do a fair bit of research when I find the time. And what are you researching now? Currently, I am studying the older pagan religions of Arcanum. As I'm sure you're aware, the Panari have been the favored religion in Arcanum for the last 1500 years. But in the years before the Age of Legends, there were many religions and many gods. Each of the races had certain gods that they prayed to. And those gods are what I've been studying. I see. Can I ask you a few questions about them? Of course. Tell me about the pagan gods. There were 12 pagan gods in all. 8 lesser gods, 1 for each of the 8 races. 3 greater gods, and the Allfather. Offerings were made to the gods in hopes of getting their blessing, and each god demanded a different offering. I've done a bit of research on them. I wrote a book about them, actually. Would you like a copy? Sure. Here you go. He gives us the book. Is there anything else I can help you with? You could sign the book for me so I can sell it. Let's see. Are there still pagan temples out there? Yes. There are still individuals who worship them as well. Both the Order of Halcyon and the Cult of Gestiana are examples. Most of the ancient pagan temples are in ruin now, but you can still find them, scattered throughout Arcanum, and some still have their altars intact. Is that right? Do you believe in the pagan gods, Professor? He gives a shrewd glance. Do I believe in them? That's an interesting question. I've studied almost everything there is to know about the pagan gods. I visited some of the temples, even made an offering or two. All I will say is this. I've seen enough to know that these ancient beliefs are not to be trifled with. Tread lightly among the old gods, my friend. Okay, well, what about that diagram on the wall over there? Ah, yes. We call that Mazarin's mystery. And who was Mazarin? Mazarin was an elven mystic who did his share of research into the old religions. About 3,000 years ago, he wrote the Book of the 12 Powers, which was a fairly cryptic analysis of the pagan religions. According to Mazarin, there was some sort of deeper connection between all of them. What do you mean, deeper connection? Well, Mazarin believed the gods and their powers were somehow interwoven, and this diagram is supposed to explain how they are related. Certain gods don't get along with other gods. So-and-so begot so-and-so. Get blessed by this fellow and that fellow curses you. That sort of thing. Can you explain any of it to me? Well, there is an excerpt from the Book of 12 Powers that might be able to explain what it means, but no one has ever been able to solve Mazarin's mystery. That excerpt is in the book that I wrote. Okay. Well, farewell, sir. Ancient diagram. So, I'm wondering, the way he mentioned that they were all interwoven, I'm wondering if there's a way that you can get blessings from all of the gods in an order that would offset the curses. I'm sure that that's probably what this is. Can't be bothered with it for now. We've only found one shrine, one altar anyways. Before you stands a tall, bookish man with spectacles perched on the top of his head. He is oblivious to your presence, as all of his attention is focused on a telegram. Suddenly he becomes aware of you and looks up. Oh, excuse me. I get so involved in these telegrams people send me. I get questions from everywhere about demons. Amazing, really. And who are you? He seems overjoyed to see us. Oh, a dwarf! I get so few opportunities to study those of your type. May I examine your head? Sure. He moves his fingers quickly over the surface of your skull, muttering the whole time. He is obviously enjoying himself. Yes, of course, perfect! Simply perfect! You were about to introduce yourself before you started fondling my head. Yes, of course. You'll have to excuse my excitement. I am new to this whole phrenology discipline. My colleague, Professor Gershwin, is doing wonderful things in the field. By the way of introduction, I am Professor Ekans, scientician and expert of demonology. So what, you mix magic and science? I am a scholar involved in research. Magic and science are the opposite sides of the same coin. To be truly knowledgeable, one must study a tremendous variety of things. Specialization is for insects and orcs. Okay, well, what can you tell me about demonology? Well, it concerns the study of demons, obviously. I was just thinking about a rather humorous one, actually. Name of Gorgoth. Oh, and what is that? Gorgoth was a mindless demon roaming the countryside. He had an insatiable appetite and would eat anything he came across. And, this is the funny part, he happened upon a village of halflings and ate them all. It seems he had a sweet tooth for halflings. Huh! Isn't that great? Sure, what happened to him? Oh, he was banished to some other realm or some such nonsense. That's what they used to do with troublemakers back in those days. I see. Well, what about your scientific endeavors? I wish there were more to tell, actually. I am just scratching the surface of the new ways of scientificdom, such as my exploring of phrenology. Science will solve all the world's ills within 50 years, you know. Okay, I'll take your word for it. Welcome to the University Bookstore. May I help you? What sort of books do you sell? Well, as I'm sure you're well aware, Toronto University is an institution dedicated to the study of science. The books we sell here are about science and technology as well. Okay, what manuals are you selling? 750 coins per manual? No, I don't have enough. Curious, are they manuals? Are they blueprints? Are they schematics, I mean? No. I think we should be on episode 8. Pretty sure that's what we're on. What is this? A sewer access point. Not really interested in going down into the sewers unless I have to. 15 University Court. Oh, goody. A whole bunch of books to read. Greetings. Allow me to welcome you to the Library of Tarant. Could I interest you in becoming one of our esteemed members? What do you mean membership? That's correct. Anyone who wishes to peruse our volumes of knowledge must become a member. The Library of Tarant contains a myriad of books, which house many diverse subjects. Okay, and how much is a membership? A lifetime membership costs 1,500 coins. It's too much for me. What can you tell me about this place? This is the Great Library of Tarant. It was created 60 years ago, when the king chose to make his extensive library available to the public. Tarant has a king? Tarant no longer has a king. The tale is a heartbreaking one. Some would say that when technology began to come into power, it was the king's desire to industrialize Tarant slowly. Others thought the king was holding technology back from the people. Though the kingdom was thriving, the royal court was in turmoil. Yes, the League of Gnomish Merchants was gaining power. One day, the king was found dead. The queen and the prince were missing. Having no heirs, the royal court was disbanded, and the Gnomish Merchant Guild took control. Okay. Can I read any of these without membership? Maybe I can. Oh wow, there's a lot of books in here. I'm not at all interested in going through all of them right now. It's possible I might make a video at some point, maybe before we officially leave this town, of doing nothing but going through and reading those books. City Hall, Department of Water, and Hall of Records. And this is the Zoological Society here. Oh, that's neat. Before you is a replica of the skull of Bellerosium, the last of the great dragons. The body of Bellerosium was discovered by Sir Walter Ginsberg in 1756. The lair, which houses the complete skeleton, is an open exhibit and can be visited here. A small map shows where it is. Hope that gets marked on my map. The plaque reads, "This petrified egg was found in the lair of the great dragon. The child inside was only months from hatching before Bellerosium was killed." Ancient iron chest. That's locked. This plaque reads, "This ancient iron chest was unearthed in the lair of Bellerosium. It seems to be older even than the dragon itself. No one has ever been able to open it." Is that right? Hello. Welcome to the Tarantian Zoological Society. How might I help you today? I am looking for a Dr. Tristan Fenwick. Oh, he's around here somewhere. His office is just here to the right. Take a look around. You're sure to find him. Okay. Be quick about it. Well, who are you? Well, if you must know, I'm the head of this here Zoological Society. Dr. Tristan Fenwick. That's me. At your service and all that nonsense. Okay, well, what does the society do? Well, according to the catalog, we deal with animals and animal life, including the study of the structure, physiology, development, and classification of animals. Some would say we just waste the taxpayer's coin. Okay. I apparently have no questions for you, even though I knew enough to ask for you. Oh, man. Dr. Gershwin wants me to retrieve the skulls of Jin and Zen. Okay. I do like how that stuff is all sorted by the time you actually add it to your journal. What do we have in here? Nothing? Barred windows. Okay. A quaint little house that apparently nobody lives in, or at least is not staying in. 42 Vermilion Road. I don't like seeing half-ogre bodyguards. How do you do? What do you want? Okay, never mind. Thought you guys might beat me up if I talked to you or something. And we're back here to the city entrance. Oh, what quest do I even want to try and focus on? I do have another town we can go to. At some point I need to go back and talk to Charles Brago. It'll probably be a while before we do that. Wants us to find her stolen painting. To steal the elven funerary stone from the newly unearthed elven catacombs. Go to 46 Devonshire Way. And find Dolores Beston. That's right. Where did she say that was at? The Hall of Records. I apparently need to go there at some point, too. I thought that its name sounded familiar. So, hang on. Let's go back this way, Virgil. We'll swing by the Hall of Records, provided I can actually find it again. Have we been in here? Zerad's Magic Armory. Let's see, what can you tell me about P. Schuyler and Sons? That sounds like a company, but I'm not sure where they are. You don't know your town very well, do you? What do you got to trade? Basic plate mail. Weight 1,000 stone. Wow. That would be fun to have. Chain mail. Small chain mail. I bet you I would have to have small plate mail too, wouldn't I? Chakram. Serrated chakram. Shield of Force and a Shadow Shield. AC of 10. AC also equals evil alignment divided by 10. Well, I don't plan to be an evil character, so... I like this broadsword, too. Sword of Air. Who are you? A halfling guard. Okay. And what do you do here, sir? A magic shop clerk. I've no time for those of your race, dwarf. Look, I just want to know what you know about P. Schuyler and Sons. Interesting name for a company. It's a very old name. Is that right? What do you got to trade? Large venom-shielded garment. Looks like crap. Creep armor. Oiled thieves' leather. Tons of scrolls. Raises the target from the dead. Wow. Only 8,000 coins. Dorian amulet. So all of his stuff is super expensive. Quality staff. I'm not at all interested in magic stuff. H.T. Parnell's. Fallout reference. This bizarre two-headed bovine of Vendagroth. An Orc City dweller. This plaque reads, The Amazing Gar, the world's most intelligent orc. Are you a...
I Gar,
He is
world's smartest orc. You have got question?
I don't know. What's your area of expertise?
I know much things. Gar tell all. Politics, mathematics, tea.
Okay, what about tea?
Yes, Gar like tea. Gar civilized. Gar say Earl Grey best. Made from blend of black teas and oil from the bergamot plant. Excellent, Gar say.
Unfortunately, I don't have my Earl Grey on me. I need to go get that. What about the politics here?
Garant foremost representative democracy in Arcanum. Chairman Willowsby try align Tarant with Caledon, cause him much trouble. Councilman Braith call for him to step down. Us invade Caledon. He no like Caledon because it monarchy. main question be, can democracy join with monarchy and not destabilize?
What else can you tell me
I know
about?
much things.
Tell me about
Gard,
mathematics.
Gar not genius. Gar smarter than other orcs. Not smarter than professor of mathematics. I know 25 times 40 equals 1,000. No other orc tell you that.
Okay, I'm gonna be off. I need to go get some tea and then maybe bring it back to him. This plaque on the display reads, Authentic Cree Shrunken Head. Inside this case is a clumsily stitched together assemblage of moth-eaten bear pelts. The plaque identifies this obvious fake as the Stillwater Giant. Who are you, sir? The strange-looking fellow puffs out his chest and stretches out his arms as if he is addressing a large crowd. I am H.T. Parnell, world-famous showman and collector of all that is strange and fabulous. Okay, what is this place? This is my Emporium of Wonders, home to several of the world's most intriguing exhibits. Okay. I gotta ask you about your creatures. What of our fantastic creatures would you like to know more about? Tell me about the Stillwater Giant Pelt. That is one of my most famous exhibits. It creates a sense of awe just to behold a ferocious creature of that magnitude. A holdout from Arcanum's distant past. What must it have been like to see herds of those creatures hunting their prey? Okay, and how did you come to acquire the pelt? Franklin Payne, world-renowned adventurer, under contract to me, of course, had tracked the elusive creature to its lair, only to have the shifting winds betray his presence. Before he could even raise his weapon, the awful beast attacked. And then what happened? Armed only with a small dagger, Payne leapt upon the creature. Much blood was shed by man and beast, but Payne emerged victorious after impaling the creature on one of its own claws. Fascinating. What else can you tell me about? Tell me about the orc. Ah, yes, Gar the orc. I rescued him from some orc slavers on one of my many expeditions, searching for oddities in exotic lands. They had recently captured him and were about to execute him when I intervened. They mistook his intelligence for supernatural possession, you see. Okay. Why don't you tell me about that cow with two heads over there? Ah, that enigmatic cud chewer was shot on a safari in the wastes of Vindagroth. Who can say what sorcery or forbidden scientifics were called upon to create such a beast? You might not think of it to look at it, but it was a man-eater, it was. I believe I've seen a two-headed cow somewhere before. Not unless you've been to those blighted wastes of Vindagroth, sir. Let's see. I want to know about some of your objects. What is that small head over there? The shrunken head of the barbarians of Cree. It is told that there are still tribes of nomadic barbarians roaming the southeast, who are meant to be the descendants of the very tribes that followed the Bane of Cree on his murderous rampage across Arcanum. This head is all that was left of an adventurer who went looking for them. And what about this stuff? This appears to be some sort of rock. The plaque on it reads, The Evil Aeronax. Spooky. The plaque on this display reads, Amazing miniature steam engine actually works. And the sign in front of this object claims it is a petrified dragon, but it looks more like a poorly carved piece of rock. Can I ask you about those? Yeah. What is that strange-shaped rock meant to be? That is the face of none other than Aeronax, mysteriously burned into the rock by mystical forces during his banishment to the nether realms. And who was Aeronax? He was an evil incarnate. He tried to take over the world and establish the elves as the ultimate rulers of all the races. Luckily, the Nazrudan crushed him like the worm he was. Well, what else can you tell me about them? Not much, sad to say. Theology and ancient lore are not my strong suit. Perhaps you should talk to the priest of the Panari. I think they have a temple around here somewhere. What can you tell me about the petrified dragon thing over there? Magnificent, is it not? I find it one of my saddest exhibits. A remnant of the world gone by. The young dragon, separated from its mother for all eternity. Okay. I want to know a little bit about the steam engine before I go, though. I was intrigued by that miniature engine. That is an exact scale replica of the first Bates steam engine, made exclusively from toothpicks and string. And it works, too! Believe it or not. Okay, I think I'm going to end the video here. Whenever we come back, we'll probably go to the Hall of Records, stumble around some more, and see what else this town has to offer us. There's a lot more to do here than I thought there was. I'm kind of surprised.